Once again, good morning, my dear students. Hope that you are all fine and safe. Today we will practice a sin passage, sin comprehension on Shoikot's family from Unit 3. At first, we read the passage first and then we will practice the uh, model questions, the items of model questions of sin passage. Okay. Now, let's read the passage first. Shoikot Islam lives with his parents in a flat in Bogura. His father, Mr. Rashidul Islam, is a banker. But in his free time, Mr. Islam writes stories and listens to music. Shoikot's mother is Mrs. Monwara Islam. She is a housewife. In her free time, she enjoys sewing. She makes dresses. She often gets orders from her friends and neighbors. Shoikot is in class 5. He is a good student. He wants to improve his English, so he watches cartoons on TV every day. He also reads English books. He likes books about animals, especially tigers and lions. Okay. Can you tell me in which tense the passage, the text is written? Okay. Let's see the verbs of the sentences. In the first sentence, the verb is live. Here, lives because it is present indefinite tense and the subject is Shoikot Islam singular. That's why the verb takes a S. S, lives. Shoikot Islam lives. Rashidul Islam is a banker. Rashidul Islam writes, Rashidul Islam listens. Shoikot's mother is, she is a housewife, she enjoys, she makes, she often gets, is, wants, watches, reads, looks, etc. That means all the verbs, when the when the subject is singular, it takes a s or an es. That's why we can say the passage is written in present indefinite tense. Now we will practice matching. Matching means similar meaning of some words. Similar meanings, we will match the similar meaning of the given word in column A. Here in column A, there are written 5 words: live, parents, apartment, story, listen. And in column B, there are 5 meanings of those words: to pay attention to anybody, an imaginary description, a set of rooms for living in a building, to stay in a place, father and mother. Okay, now we will match the word from column A and the meaning of column, the word in column A. Okay, now A. What's the word? Live. Live means to stay in a place. Live means to stay in a place. That's why we will match A, live, with 4, to stay in a place. Okay, now number 2, parents. We all know parents means father and mother of a person. Here we write B, parents, with the 5, father and mother. And C, apartment. C, apartment takes the meaning a set of rooms for living in a building. In a building. Okay. Now D, story, text the meaning, story, and imaginary description. And the word in E, listen. Listen means to pay attention, to hear attentively to anybody what he or she says. Okay, now matching is complete, and then we will practice fill in the blanks. Fill in the gaps or blanks with the best word from the box. Here, 8 words are in the box, and find the information in the text. There are extra words which we need not use. There are 8 words, but we need 5 words to fill the gaps, to fill 5 sentences. Number 1, Mr. Islam is dash of music. Here we can take fond of. Mr. Islam is fond of music. That means Mr. Islam likes music. Because Mr. Islam in his free time, Mr. Islam listens to music. That's why we take the word fond. Mr. Islam is fond of music. Number B, Shoykot is a meritorious. We read in the passage that he is a good student. Shoykot is a good student. That's why Shoykot is a meritorious means brilliant. Meritorious student. Student. We will take the word student here. And number C, there are 3 dash in Shoykot's family. We can take members. There are 3 members, Shoykot, his father and his mother. 3 persons, 3 members in Shoykot's family. Okay, now D, Shoykot wants to better his. Okay, in the last para we read Shoykot wants to improve his English. That's why he watches cartoons on TV. And here we can write Shoykot wants to better his English. Number E, banking is Mr. Islam's profession. Banking is Mr. Islam's profession. Okay, because he works in a bank. Now we will practice true or false. True, we will write true for the correct statement and false for incorrect statement. Number A, Shoykot Islam is a good student. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. And number B, his father is the owner of a bank. Is it true? Is his father is the owner of a bank? No, he works in a bank. That means it is false. Number C, in his free time, Mr. Islam only listens to music. Yes, Mr. Islam listens to music, but not only. He also writes stories. He also writes something. That's why for this word, only, the sentence is incorrect. That means it is false. Number D, his mother enjoys sewing. Yes, his mother enjoys sewing in her free time. That means it is true. Number E, she makes dresses for her friends and neighbors in her free time. Yes, it's also true. And number F, Shoykot wants to know about tigers and lions. Yes, the last line was the passage. Shoykot reads stories about lions and tigers. Shoykot reads stories about animals, especially tigers and animals. That's why it is true. And the next slide is question answer, short question. There are 6 questions and try to answer the question. Okay. Where does Shoykot live? Yes, we know Shoykot lives in Bogura. Who does Shoykot live with? Shoykot lives with his parents. What is Shoykot's father? That means profession. Shoykot's father is a banker. Number D. Write 2 sentences about Shoykot's mother. Yes, Shoykot's mother is a housewife and he enjoys sewing. In her free time, she enjoys sewing. She gets orders from her neighbor and friends and relatives. You can write any 2 sentences about Shoykot's mother. Number E. What class does Shoykot read in? Shoykot reads in class 5. Why does he watch cartoons and read English storybooks? Because Shoykot wants to improve his English. That's why he watches cartoons and read English storybooks. Okay, now number 4. Write a short composition on your family, not about Shoykot's family. Write at least 5 sentences about the topic about your family. Remember to use capital letters begin at the beginning of your sentences, and for the proper noun you can write you have to write capital letters, and you must follow the punctuation marks, and correct spelling is a must, and sentence structure. If you don't follow sentence structure, your sentences will be incorrect. Okay, try to write the short composition about your family. I have already checked your this paragraph, this composition in our physical class. Okay, write again, and the exercise in the textbook we will do now. This is a blue box, and here you can see some table, some column. It's about Shoykot's mother and Shoykot's father. What do they do in these times, in this period of times? 6 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and 11 p.m. We will practice some question. What does Shoykot do at 6 o'clock? Here you can find Shoykot 6 o'clock. That means Shoykot studies at 6 o'clock. Okay. Number 2, who sews at 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock sew. Okay. Now, we can write Shoykot's mother sews in 8 o'clock at 8 o'clock. Okay. When does Shoykot's father read? Father. This is Shoykot's father and read. That means Shoykot's father reads at 6 p.m. or 6 o'clock. Okay, now uh, these answers are in present indefinite tense, and now you practice uh, present continuous tense. Use present continuous tense when you are asked about a period of time. That means it's 6 o'clock. What is Shoykot's mother doing? 6 o'clock. 6. Shoykot's mother is cooking. Shoykot's mother is cooking. We will write is for auxiliary, and we will add ing with the verb. At 6 o'clock, Shoykot's mother is cooking, and it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. What are Shoykot and his father doing? 8 o'clock. Okay, Shoykot and his father are watching TV. Because they are more than one in the subject. That's why we take the auxiliary verb are. Shoykot and his father are watching TV at 8 p.m. And number 3, it's 10 o'clock. What is Shoykot doing? Shoykot is helping his mom. It's 9 o'clock. What are the family doing? It's 9 o'clock. The family are eating dinner. Okay? Now we will practice past continuous tense. Past continuous tense. Yesterday at 7 o'clock. Yesterday at 7 o'clock. What are you doing? I was walking to school. Yesterday at 8 o'clock. What are you doing? My friends and I were sitting in our classroom at 8 o'clock. Okay? Now, here, practice the question answer with your friends or with your parents. What was Shoykot doing at 6 o'clock yesterday? You use the past continuous tense for this question. What was Shoykot doing at 6 o'clock yesterday? Shoykot was studying. Shoykot was studying at 6 o'clock yesterday. Who was reading at 6 o'clock yesterday? Shoykot's father was reading. Was. We will take the auxiliary was reading at 6 o'clock yesterday. Okay, now practice this more, 3 more. And talk about what you were doing yesterday. Think about what you were doing yesterday at 6 p.m. or 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Use past continuous tense for your answer. And we use while with past with the two past. If you have to say, if you need to say two past continuous tense during a period of time, at that time, this sentence you will use while. We sometimes use while with the past continuous. Yesterday at 7 o'clock, I was walking to school. I was walking to school and my friends were riding in a rickshaw. If I need to use two past continuous tense, I will add while. I will add while between the two sentences. Okay. And another example is here. Yesterday at 8 o'clock, my friends and I were sitting in our classroom while my friends and I were sitting in the classroom while Miss Kona was teaching. Two past continuous tense, and uh, we use while for this two past continuous tense. Okay, here is activity. Look at the table in activity D. Activity D, activity D, 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 oh, this blue table. And mother was watching TV while Shoykot was going to bed. Mother was watching TV while Shoykot was going to bed. And number 2, Shoykot and his father dash while mother was sewing. Shoykot and his father where we will use where watching TV. Shoykot and his father were watching TV while his mother was sewing. Now number 3. Father dash while mother was watching TV. Father dash while mother was watching TV. Shoykot's father was writing. Shoykot's father was writing while mother was watching TV. And the last sentence, father was reading while Shoykot dash. Father was reading while Shoykot was studying. That's all for today's class, my dear students. I hope you understood the class. It was um, an important class for you because we discussed on tenses, three tenses: present indefinite, um, present continuous, past continuous, and also we use while with the two past continuous. Okay, and we also practice a synthesis. So that's all. Stay safe and maintain the safety rules, and we will discuss the next chapter in our next class. Till then, stay safe. Thank you for joining.